A lot of people in my immediate friend circle and people whom I've known for years have always asked me, how did I learn English so well and how can I speak so well? So let me just, bring you some real facts. I've not been speaking in the last 4 or 5 days, okay? It's been more than a decade of me speaking every day, talking to myself every day in English and rehearsing it constantly. And that's how I aced. It did not happen in a day, just like how Rome wasn't built in a day. So it took me years of practice and constant pronunciation practice, constant intonation practice, and that's how I can literally say that I've got perfect at English. And I tend to use vocab words into my speech. I tend to incorporate a lot of those words into my speech, and that's how it goes about it. So if you want to learn how to speak English really well, then I've just started. It's not even been like 10 days. So, but still, I would want to share with you कि आप कैसे improve कर सकते हैं. Because after all, if I can do it, you can do it too. I am a human, you're a human too. I have been speaking quite literally since the time I was about 14, 15 years old, quite literally. And we used to have those essays and letters that we had to write at school. So I aced at all of them, because I am somebody who can write really well. I can express really well in words and even in speech. This came naturally to me. I learned English on the way, but expressing, was always a natural part of my personality. And then I would get those opportunities where I could express myself, be it in essays, be it in, elocution competitions, or be it, wherever speech or, the power of the pen was concerned. I believe a lot in the power of the pen. I would always talk to myself in English. Something would happen outside, and if I had to, recharge myself emotionally, then English would be that language. Though I am also fluent at other Indian languages like Hindi, Marathi, Marwari. So learning Spanish, though I'm not able to. Would definitely want to go out of India and experience different cultures and different people and different customs. And one of the most profound ways to make people feel touched when you speak in their language. Sensical debates about this language is the best, Hindi is the best, Kannada is the best. No language is best or no language is greater than the other. No language is inferior to the other language. People who think that they talk in a certain language and it's inferior, they have a problem of their mind. It's not a language problem, it's a mind problem. I tell you in upcoming videos how I perfected my English. And it's one of the most important things that add a lot of value to my personality, I feel, because put me in front of a foreigner, you can put me in front of Mr. Donald Trump, and I wouldn't stutter because I speak from the heart. Not be that sure about other things in my life, but this one thing I'm very, very sure of. And many students, I've taught, people from 11th and 12th grades how comprehensive and loaded their English textbooks are. So I would teach them lessons, I would teach them stories, I would teach them how to write, how to frame essays, how to add that emotional element in writing, because more often than not, what you read is what you feel. So when you see something or when you read something that sparks curiosity or piques your interest, you feel better about it. Hence, emotional writing is very important, because words without empathy have no meaning whatsoever. So empathy has to be incorporated into language, and that's when you feel something. When you more videos about this. So I think if you couple confidence with your even more powerful, and it leaves an impact which people can just often wonder about कि अरे ये कैसे बोलता है, मतलब why can't we speak like this person? Firstly, you have to understand it takes a lot of practice. It has taken me over since I've been speaking for more than a decade, maybe. I have lost count, but it's a great way. And I'll tell you, I have never read any philosophical book in my life. I don't. I feel like you can use YouTube videos, you can watch interviews of celebrities, you can watch things which can really improve the way you speak, because you'd enact, right? When you just read books, you are not bringing that into action. You're not bringing that into action. It doesn't become part of you, and then you're not left with anything. So it's not important to have read a lot or know a lot of words to be able to speak brilliantly. It has to come from within, and it has to be coupled with confidence. That's when it becomes magical. So don't just be a good speaker, be a magical speaker and incorporate emotion. That I use is whenever I'm giving a speech or whenever I'm saying something in English also, I consolidate that with Hindi sentences, because then you feel, then you can feel the spark, you can feel it raw, and it just touches your heart. So speak from your heart. Practice. You can watch interviews of celebrities speak really, really well and whom you can learn from. So in upcoming videos, I'll definitely tell you how I improved the way I speak, and it matters a lot professionally, but even when you're meeting somebody, let's say you're going abroad and you meet somebody from there, and then when you speak like this, then you make a very good, very strong impression. It's not a big channel yet, but I think it doesn't matter if the channel is big or not. If I'm saying something or providing anything that can be valuable to you, then you should take it. Just because you have the numbers, you're doing well in all aspects of life. So learn to incorporate expressions into English when you speak, and just be confident. Confidence is the biggest power. Should always be itna upar. And English speaking थोड़ी बहुत इधर उधर चलती है, but when you are like coupled with this confidence, your confidence becomes the medium, and people will focus lesser on the content that you spoke. They'll focus more on your confidence. So work on your confidence more, and even if you speak like decent English, like even average English, but when you speak it very, very confidently, it sets a different impression. So confidence truly is the biggest game changer.